Good evening, everyone. I am your host, Made, and tonight we will bring you a story that is both heartwarming and inspiring. A story that reminds us that courage doesn't always wear a uniform or stand on a battlefield. Sometimes courage comes in the smallest and quietest form, which is in the heart of a child. This is a story of Jacob, a 10-year-old boy from South Sudan. A boy whose journey of pain, love, and strength touched people across the world. When civil conflict broke out in Jacob village, everything changed in an instant. His father was taken by the armed men. His mother, his only source of comfort and safety, was killed in an airstrike. In just a few days, Jacob lost everything. He lost his home, his parents, and everything he knew. Most children would have given up, but Jacob, he did not. He made a promise to his mother before her passing, saying, "Take care of your brother and don't let go." So, with nothing left but that promise, Jacob lifted his 5-year-old brother, Emmanuel, onto his back and began to walk. He didn't know where he was going. He had no food, zero to little no water, and not a single map to guide him. The sun burned his skin. The nights were biting cold, and his feet bled from walking barefoot across rough terrain. But every step he took was for one reason: to keep his brother alive. And for 10 long days, Jacob walked through forests, open fields, and deserted roads. He begged for food from strangers, drank from muddy puddles, and through it all, he never put his brother once. Even when he was too weak to stand, he crawled forward, still holding Emmanuel closely in his back. When aid workers finally found him near the Kenyan border, Jacob had collapsed from exhaustion. He was severely dehydrated and barely conscious, but his hands were still wrapped tightly around his little brother. Even as his own strength faded, he refused to let go. Jacob and Emmanuel were taken to a hospital, just a few later brought to the Kakume refugee camp in Kenya, one of the largest in there. They began to live a life together. They go to school, eat regular meals together, sleep safely each night together, side by side, still holding hands. When asked what does he want when he grows up, Jacob smiles and says softly, "I want to become a doctor, so no other child has to suffer like he did." Most of it, he don't understand the full meaning of the word hero, but he shows us what it truly means every single day. Because courage isn't about being fearless. It's about choosing love over fear, hope over despair, and responsibility over helplessness. Jacob's stories remind us that courage can live in anyone. No matter how young, how poor, how broken, it's the courage to keep going when the world seems to fall apart. The courage to protect someone you love, even when you have nothing left. And the courage to believe that a better tomorrow is still possible. As we close tonight's story, let Jacob's journey remind us all that sometimes the bravest heart beats in the smallest bodies. And sometimes courage looks like a little boy carrying his whole world on his back. Thank you for joining us tonight and for letting Jacob's story touch your heart. Until next time, I am your host, Mate, and this has been Stories of Courage That Changed the World. I'll see you again, and goodbye.